What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at Magneto from Sideshow Collectibles. This is a part of that loot that I got, and you can order this figure. Well, not really, it's sold out, but you know, keep an eye on the loots at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. You know what? I love this box. You open it up, it's small, so it doesn't take a lot of footprint. You see that those comic book style on the side. I love it when, you know, I have like hundreds of figures, so a small box is really a welcome addition. It doesn't, you know, take up too much space. I love it. I love it. And you see this this sleeve right here. It actually does have a purpose. It's not just to look cute with Magneto. It actually holds up two trays at the bottom here, as you can see. It's a bit tight, but once you remove it, you get the stand on the other side. I love it, man. I mean, this guy doesn't come with a lot of accessories. I suppose if you get the special edition, you get the old helmet, but the joints are really tight, and you can see here this is broken. And this, I'm not the only one who has this issue. Again, I can't return this. This is a part of the defective loot that I purchased, so I just have to make the most out of it. It actually went out pretty well because there's a peg that just got dislocated, but every time I insert it in, it just goes loose again, so you can't really articulate the elbow, as you can see there. And there's some damages on the suit. I'm guessing that's for like forcing it to go inside, which I had the same thing. You know, I kind of like jammed it in, and kind of there's already a hole by the elbow, and I don't know if I made it worse, but you know, it is what it is. But let's take a look at, you know, it comes with several hands with different gestures on it, and I particularly like this hand, which does have this, I don't know, like smoke effect whatsoever, that it, whenever you attach it, it looks like the helmet, because what you do is you attach his helmet on the other end, and it looks like it's levitating. You know, he does have this power to control metal, and his helmet is, so it is a pretty cool effect. And you do have this I don't know, comic book style head sculpt, which we're going to take a look at later. And this base, which is really uninspired design wise. I don't even know what's going on there. It looks like a Star Wars themed, but it's kind of unique in a sense that, at least in my point of view, I haven't seen something like this. My first Sideshow 1/6 to be exact here, that it is a dynamic stand, but it has the cradle on the it doesn't bend, kind of like Hot Toys, where it has a pole, but it does have a bend, and you can take this out, and you can either use the waist grabber, or you can use the crotch grabber, which is, for the most part, I don't like my figures, you know, hanging up in the air anyway. So this is a cool concept. It kind of reminds me of Vision from the Avengers Age of Ultron from Hot Toys, which has two pegs in it. So I wish they would do more of these, because, you know, like with the Superman and the flying characters, I don't want them clasping on the waist all the time, because it creates damage over time as well. And let's take a look at the body of this Magneto and the outfit. It is so vibrant, as you can tell here. The suit looks actually really well, and you can even see the veins on his arms. I don't know, what is he? Yeah, it's obviously lifting. I don't know if Magneto is this jacked, but he does have that. Again, the right elbow is still a little tight, a little tighter than what I wanted it to be. The material that they use for his outfit is kind of stretchy. I do like it, but you can see there's a damage already on the other side. It's because I'm sure there's a lot of stress going on. Whoever the first owner is, including myself, we're trying to jam that elbow in, you know, thinking that it would get fixed, and it never did. Now, as far as his cape, it has wires all over the pleats on it, so you can position it however you want. One thing, this is in my opinion, overall good figure. I wouldn't say great, but it captures Magneto's either comic book style or, you know, the animated style, I think, very, very well. Even this cape, you can see kind of like the wires already peeking out right there on the top, and it's the same way on the other side. But I do like the fact that you can, you know, you can pose it around. It's wired. There's some textures on his gloves. You can see the gauntlet that he does have there, and the line work on his outfit is pretty good as well. So, you know, as far as this, outside of the broken elbow, there's really, I got nothing bad to say about this figure. And as far as the head sculpt, so he comes with two. So let's take a look at this first. I like this eyes. It's just like he looks like he's in a trance here, and he's just ready to just do bad things. And I love it. The helmet has this reflective coating on it. It's really light, by the way. It's made out of plastic. There's no die cast in here, but I think it's painted really well. Up close, you can kind of see the smudging of the paint. You know, kind of like a car, and you can even see there's like some scratches. So it's easily scratched, as you can tell. But the good news is he comes with two helmets, which is pretty awesome. They could have just used this helmet, because the point is you take this out. Well, they didn't paint the hair. You know, I don't think they had to. But it's a beautiful paint application even without the helmet on there. You see the eyes, like the flesh tone around the eyes is pretty well. And on the helmet here, it has a little tab on the top, and he has a hole on top of his head that they kind of just key in. And like I was mentioning earlier, they could have just given us one helmet that you could use either to insert in his head or use it for the effects earlier. But they gave us two, which is pretty generous of Sideshow. You can't say that all the time. And the unmasked head sculpt, I think, is pretty well done as well. Not exactly the cleanest paint job that I've seen. And also you can see they became maybe a little bit over ambitious here, because you can see the hair is flowing one way, which is awesome. I do like the effect, but if you look closely, there's some imperfections. You can kind of see it's a bit sloppy, but I do like the boldness here. You know, I gotta commend Sideshow for this one. They went this route where it's kind of swooping on one direction, so you could actually have the cape going in the same direction here if you want to. And I like it. I like, you know, sometimes you just gotta get out of the box, but it's just the paint application, hopefully. And you can see the joints in the hair as well. But then again, you know, it's a bit spiky. It's not your normal flat hair that we're accustomed to seeing on a 1/6 collectible. So again, I gotta give them props for this. But as far as the face, it's pretty similar to the other one. Obviously, the eye has more details on it. It's like a nice hybrid of an actual person / a comic book character, even though maybe this is like a younger Magneto, but not exactly Fassbender here, as you can tell. But I like it. I like this look, especially when he's holding that the helmet that he does have. And let's turn this off, and you can see he looks like he has some evil intentions, but you can see there, you know, the seams on the hair, and it's a bit unsightly, but it's all right. You know, I can live with it. And this is one of the poses that I could still, I would say, pull off, being that I got a broken arm here, so I'm very limited on what I could do. And you can kind of see the hole on his elbow already, so that's it for him. But it's still, you know, pretty decent pose, I would say. You know, nicely done. There's a few poses that you can do here, especially if yours is not broken. Hopefully it's not. So this is a a warning to anyone who's trying to buy this. You might run into this. You know, even though it's nice and sealed, you might still run into a problem like I do, because I've seen, you know, on Reddit some reports that is indeed the case. That you might get it fully intact, and then once you move it, you'll feel the tightness, and then, you know, it'll just snap. Hopefully you get a clean snap like myself that you can kind of insert it in. So be cautious if you're buying this on eBay. If you're buying it secondhand, you know, like from someone, it might be better, because at least you know it's not damaged, or you know what, you can bend the elbow. Compared to a brand new sealed one that you don't know what you're getting. You might get one that's really stiff, then you try to force your way in, and, you know, you just snap the elbow. But here he is with other X-Men. One is an official Hot Toys product, and one is a third-party Mystique. As you know, they're like always together in the movie. So there you go, guys. Magneto, the can we call it comic book version, perhaps? Maybe. But it's nicely done. If you can get one that has no problems, I think it's worth the price that they're asking for. It's 200 something, and it looks really well. It is Magneto at the end of the day. And I'm a huge Magneto fan, so I don't know what to tell you guys. So I'm maybe a little bit biased here, but I do love this pose. Beautiful, if you ask me. But yeah, let me know in the comment section how you think about this figure. The only downside that I can see here is that with the rest of the X-Men, I'm not too impressed with their lineups. You know, like the Wolverines that they announced, the Gambit or the Cyclops. But this is, I feel like it's well done outside of the body. The problem is that if this was just a little bit cheaper, or the rest of the X-Men was just a little bit cheaper, I would have dove into it. But with Sideshow's quality, even now with Grievous, you don't really know what you're gonna get. So it's a bit of a roll of a dice. As much as I took in Big Bad Toy Store, I won that gamble. But if you're just buying a single product, I don't know if I can recommend this fully, you know, especially for brand new, because you never know. So thank you for watching, guys. Once again, hit that like button. It really does help the channel out. Subscribe to my channel, please, if you haven't done so. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And I'll see you guys in the next video.